kind of what we expected to see as the Raptors manhandle the Charlotte Hornets 123-103, and the Raptors, they're feeling good. Winners of 5 in a row. The season high for wins in a row is 6. And, again, they can extend that next game. However, let's break this baby down. Before we do that, I just want to give you guys a quick heads up that on Thursday, this upcoming Thursday, February 15th, we will be doing a Blue Jays spring training preview video. It'll be just over a week before the spring training starts. No Raptors, no Leafs, so I thought, why not get one out to you guys then? Instead of having like 2 or 3 at once, kind of spread it out and have one every single day. So we'll talk to you guys then about that, and we'll kind of be breaking down what the plan is for the spring training videos. We'll talk to you guys maybe about the upcoming season, what our expectations are going forward, and we'll talk about all that on Thursday, February 15th in the spring training video. All right, but before we get to all that stuff a little on Thursday, today, this afternoon, I mean, Raptors get the dub, like I said, 123-103, and it didn't start out all that great. You know, Raptors had a tough time on the offensive end, a tough time on the defensive end. In the first couple minutes, bang, you're down 10-0 to the Charlotte Hornets. And we're like, okay, this has to change. And a big turning point is JV's weird-looking through-the-legs pass to Kyle Lowry, who triggers the 3. And that kind of starts the train. It starts chugging along, and the Raptors just take over from there, and it's about all she wrote from then on out. You know, if you look at the game as a whole, well, after a 10-0 start, Raptors win the first quarter 30-26. You win the second quarter 32-29. You win the third quarter 28-19, and you win the fourth quarter 33-29. You win all 4 quarters, you're going to win the game. That's all there is to it. But the Raptors, the thing I like about today, their shot was falling. 56% shooting, and get the 49% from 3, 18 for 37. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure if that's a season high in 3 points made. I think it is, but if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, guys. Only took 10 free throws, 7 of 10 from the line. They had 23. That was something I was a little iffy about, but the rest, look, the Raptors' ball movement was insane. 35 assists, the ball was humming. I mean, you look at all the big shots, all the tee shots in this game. What happened before that play? Great ball movement. Like I said, CJ Miles, that guy was a freak in this game. 2 4-point plays. That's insane. And how does he get that? Ball moves, they start scrambling defensively, they run out at him, he takes the 3, gets a foul, and 1. When the ball moves, good things happen. It's never a bad thing. Maybe sometimes, turnovers might be an issue. Raptors only had 12 in this game. It's not an issue. 8 blocks to their 5, 7 steals to their 5. Look, we had 9. We were plus 9 in the assist category. Offensive boards, yes, 11-6. But again, when your shot's falling, that's kind of something you push to the side. Now let's break down some certain players, because I thought a couple guys had huge nights. Big thing I like about Serge Ibaka as of late, and this is something that I've really started to look at when it comes to him, is he's not just chucking up stupid shots. In his 2 of his last 3 games, yes, he shot 4 of 12, and I wonder why. He shot too many times, right? 5 of 8 today, 62%. Yes, 0 of 3 from 3. That's tough, because you want him to be able to knock down those big threes. 10 points, 8 rebounds on very good percent shooting. I'm not complaining whatsoever. Jonas Valanciunas, this guy has become a 3-point specialist. 2 of 2 from 3 in this game. Coming into this game, Jonas Valanciunas, a 46% 3-point shooter. And he was 100% today. 21 points, 9 rebounds, 9 of 14 shooting, 1 of 4 from the free throw line, not like JV, but 2 of 2 from 3, plus 9 on the floor. Again, the starters, when they were on the floor defensively, they weren't all that sharp. You look at the plus minuses in this game. If I'm not mistaken, none of the starters were a plus 10. No, none of them. Their top was JV and DeMar at plus 9. Speaking of DeMar DeRozan, this guy had a huge night. 25 points. Great to see him do that. 8 assists to go along with that. And the thing we like to look at DeMar. Yes, he gets 25 points. Yes, he gets the 8 assists. However, were they good shots? And did he make the shots? Was he just chucking up a ton of shots? Well, 10 of 19 for 52%, 2 of 2 from the line, 3 of 6 from 3. All good percentages. The 8 assists is nice. And like I said, ball moving. That's all. I mean, that's fantastic. DeMar and Kyle Lowry combined for 15 assists alone. That tells you right there. When your team's working, oh, they're working. When you have JV, a guy who can shoot the 3, look how much that's done for this team. You look at earlier in the season, this team was kind of mediocre, right? They were back and forth, and they had a little bit of a good stretch, but then they hit a wall again. Then JV starts taking more threes and knocks them down. That gives the Raptors another aspect. DeMar and Kyle give the ball to JV a lot more, and look what happened to their assist totals, and look what's happening to JV's numbers. They're going through the roof. It does so much, and I'm so proud of JV in this game. And do I need to say anything else about the bench? Offensively, it was mostly distributed amongst the team. However, CJ Miles, I mean, he was shooting it from downtown all day. 24 points. And the key thing I like about this, 24 points in only 18 minutes. When I say a guy was on fuego, CJ Miles was on fuego. 24 on 8 of 11 shooting, 2 of 2 from the line, 6 of 9 from 3. We'll get to the bench's plus minuses in a second, because we all know that's a joke. CJ Miles, guys, in his last 3 games has really started to find his stroke. Coming back from that 3 games where he missed, he only played 14 minutes, only had the one, I think it was the 1 3-pointer he got. Yeah, 1 of 2 from 3, and he only took 3 shots that game. But then after that, the game against Boston, he came up huge. He had 20. Knicks, 11. And then today, 24 against Charlotte. 3 games in a row in double figures for CJ. And the shooting percentage is the thing I love from CJ Miles. 6 of 9 from 3 as well. Let's just run through the bench real quick. Siakam plus 12. DeLon Wright plus 10. Pirtle plus 25. CJ Miles plus 28. And Van Vliet plus 26. And oh yeah, Fred Van Vliet with a mediocre 10 points once again. I love Fred Van Vliet so much. 3 boards, 4 assists for him as well. Siakam had 9 points, 5 boards, knocked down a 3. Good to see him do that. DeLon Wright, only 2 points, but he had 6 assists. And the defense. I mean, we look at the offensive numbers, and we know how good the bench offensively has been. But, man, their defense in this game was remarkable. I mean, you look at this, where is he? Siakam had a steal. DeLon Wright had a steal and 2 blocks. Pirtle had a block. Miles had 2 steals and a block. Van Vliet with a steal. The bench, not only are they so offensively gifted, their defensive intensity all over the place is phenomenal. How did the Raptors get that big lead in that 4th quarter? Guys, well, first off, guys were knocking down threes like crazy, and you were forcing turnovers. At one point, the Raptors were trailing by like 2 or 3 in the turnovers category. They won that category by 1. You know what I mean? It's the active defense against these teams. I understand Charlotte just came off of the West Coast road swing, and they just played an overtime game against Portland. I get that. I know it's a really tough situation, but the Raptors came in, had a tough start, but man, did they battle back and crush the Charlotte Hornets. So that's a beautiful one. And then you know what else is beautiful? You know what else is gorgeous? The Boston Celtics getting absolutely throttled by the new look Cleveland Cavaliers. I understand Cleveland. We're like, they're not a garbage team. Like, I understand they've been having a tough time lately, but they just beat the Boston Celtics by 22 points. It's one game. Larry Nance Jr., Clarkson, all their new guys, George Hill as well. They all shot well. Is that going to happen every single game? No. It's their first game. They're all playing with energy. I get it. Can they continue it? Well, we're just going to have to wait and see. But you can't count Cleveland out no matter what. They have LeBron James. That's it. Boston got obliterated. You know what that means, Raptor fans? I understand we were first place before this game. But that was only because of games in hand. The Raptors are now officially, I don't even care at this point, half a game ahead of the Boston Celtics for first in the Eastern Conference. Having won 5 straight, the Boston Celtics having a really rough week, which started with the Raptors having a good time. And today, the Cleveland Cavaliers obliterating them. So Raptor fans, let's not get too crazy. But I know I am, because the Raptors are in first place in the Eastern Conference. Oh boy, that sounds good. Last time we said that, it was like for half a game and we lost it, and we kind of dwindled from that. We can't let that happen this time. But next up for this team, they come back home after the road game. I mean, you do your job on the road, you come home, you got to face the Miami Heat at the Air Canada Center. Now, 7 o'clock tip-off there on Tuesday night. Miami, 30 and 26. They're having a really tough stretch right now. 3-7 in their last 10 games. They won their last one. However, Kelly Olynyk, Dion Waiters, Magruder, no, I'm looking at their injuries. Nothing really is going on. Look, it's a game that the Raptors, this could be possibly a first-round match. If you look at it right now, I keep thinking we're second place. Technically, we face Philly, which is never an easy test. But if the Raptors do come second and it all stays the same way, you're facing Miami. It's a possible first-round matchup. You got to do your job on home court. We're the best home court team in the league. Let's show them why. All right. So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed this video and you are enjoying the Raptors being first place in the Eastern Conference, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below. What'd you guys think of this game? Who's your player of the game? Would you give it to CJ Kilometers? Would you give it to DeMar DeRozan? JV? I mean, let me know what you guys think. And boy, oh boy, we will talk to you guys tomorrow, Leafs edition, as they're at home taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're on a great homestand right now. 3-0 so far. Look to ride that to 4 straight. Look to ride their win streak to 4 straight. And just feeling fantastic right now. The Leafs are playing great hockey, and the Raptors, speaking of playing great basketball, winning 5 straight. And like I said, come home to face the Miami Heat at the Air Canada Center Tuesday night, 7 p.m. tip-off. We'll talk to you guys then.